How's it going, everybody? Welcome into another video. Today I've got a fun one. So recently I've been sitting around looking for another disc golf challenge to complete. And when I say disc golf challenge, I kind of mean like a viral challenge similar to the Simon Lizotte one I did probably a month or so ago now. A lot of you really like doing that. I thought it was fun, kind of testing myself against the pros. And there's really not a lot like that out there. So I had to browse around, and then all of a sudden I remembered an old YouTube video. It's actually been almost a decade or over a decade since this released that really caught my mind and I thought could turn into a fun challenge. Now, this video was uploaded by Paul McBeth way back in the day when he was in his prime, and it was called 50 Plus 1. That was the title of the video. And all the video was him in a garage that he had built out in Oklahoma during the off season, putting a stack of 50 putters just like this. He makes one after another, reining them in, looking automatic as he was back then. And yeah, he never misses a single one, and it was a really sick video. He also, after 25 putts, makes a jump shot on a basketball hoop that's in his facility, and then the final putt, instead of putting it, he dunks it on the hoop. So that's also what makes part of the video great. It's just the culmination of old school disc golf. It was a great time and just a display of insane putting ability. And this video still exists. You can go find it now. I'll try to link it in the description if I can remember. But if you search Paul McBeth 50 Plus 1, you'll see the video. Now, since I'm insane, I thought to myself, I should try and recreate this video to some extent. So I actually texted Paul, and the first thing I asked him was, how far were those putts? Because with the ease that he was making them, he made them look a lot closer than they were, but I think I knew better. And so I asked him, and he told me the putts were 30 footers. And we all know that there is no chance in the world I'm ever making 50 30 footers in a row. In fact, in this very warehouse, I did a putting stream throwing 30 footers. I had to make 2,000 of them, and I probably didn't make more than 5 or 6 in a row the entire time. Now, I wasn't completely focused in, but 30 footers is not a super realistic goal. He told me that he thinks somewhere in the 20 to 22 foot range is where I could probably accomplish it. And so we're going to start at 30 feet just briefly to show the difficulty of the challenge. But then the goal of today's video is to see how far we have to move up to successfully recreate a take of this video exactly like Paul did it, minus the distance part. So that's the goal today. Comment down below where you think I'm going to end up. Am I going to be 10 feet away, 5 feet away from the basket before I can make 50 in a row? We're going to see. Now, one of the things to consider is, like I said, in this challenge, Paul, after 25 makes, shoots a jump shot, makes it, and then the final putt is actually a dunk into a basketball hoop. Now, I don't have a basketball hoop, unfortunately, in the warehouse here, but what I do have is this dumpster shelf over there. That should be pretty close. We can measure it. It's about 9 feet, so we're about a foot short, but you know, let's consider that maybe one of the handicaps of this challenge, since I'm not in the best shape. And Paul was in pretty good shape at the time. I also don't have a ball on me, so I just grabbed this rain fly I found in the closet, and this will be my ball. So it might just even out to this being just as difficult as a basketball shot. I should probably take some warm-up jumpers, because making 25 in a row and then selling the jumper in the middle, that would be brutal. Like, I feel like I should make that. I have to go get that every time. That's a bit of a pitfall. I made the first one. Who needs warm-ups anyways? I'm sure that won't come back to bite me. Yeah, let's set up the basket and measure out. We're going to start at 30 just to show you the difficulty of the challenge. And maybe we can at least get like 10 in a row. That'd be great. Okay, we're back at 30 feet since this is the original spirit of the challenge. One other thing to mention is the basket is really important in this. Couldn't just use any basket, because if you do make them all, you have to fit 50 putters in there. And Paul mentioned that was one of the challenges. That's why it took them a couple takes, is they would just fall out of the basket after a while. And so luckily we have one of the big Chainstar Pros, so there shouldn't be any excuses related to that. So we're going to start from 30 feet. That was the original challenge. Got my stack of 50 putters. Remember, if I miss one, you just have to restart, because the goal here is to get one take all the way through with the stack of putters next to me in frame, like perfect shot. Yeah, I think realistic, a good goal here would be like, I mean, if I made 10, that'd be spectacular. Okay, let's go pick them up. You know, I'm going to say that 5 of these in a row might be pretty impressive. I think I need to grab a little bit less. Okay, we got one. That's a start. Maybe we'll get one more each time. I mean, at this point, right, we have to go and see if we get one more each time. There was 2. Okay. I don't know if 30 feet might not be worth our time here. We might just be moving up. Oh, yeah, 30 is just not going to be for me. We're going to move on up. Okay, we moved up to 22 feet now. This is where the real attempt starts. This is where Paul thought the challenge might be possible. I tried to frame up the shot kind of like he had his, because I want the take to be like literally, I walk in the frame the same way, I make the putts the same way, all in one take. So we're going to reset each time that I mess up to try and get this, because one attempt could be the one and I want it to look perfect. I have like loose confidence that I'll be able to get close from this range. I'm going to do 22 for a little bit, then move up to 20. And 20, I feel like I could get close if I really get hot. Then I'll move up to 15, and I'm pretty positive I can get 15 because I've made quite a lot of 15-footers in a row before, you know, in not normal round. And just like when you're just putting in a rhythm, it gets pretty easy. So we'll see how it goes. Also important to mention that Paul was blasting rap music. That definitely helped. I can't do that for copyright reasons, but I can throw in the AirPods, so we can at least try and get some of that aura, you know? Okay, already a pretty decent first attempt. I will say, I think I kind of got frazzled there and missed because I remembered as I had finished that first round, I need to know the count. So when I get to 25, I can make my jump shot. So encouraging start though. Putt feels okay. That was a tough one. I feel like I had a good rhythm there. It's funny, each time I get further down the stack, I unlock different putters I haven't putted with yet, and that is tricky. Gosh, I think that was 17. It makes. I thought I was going to do it. Dude, honestly, one of the hardest parts of this is your arm just gets tired repping out that many putts in a row. Like, I felt like I was already getting a little fatigued because I haven't built up that. Like, I don't practice putt. But that was encouraging. I feel like I might be able to make a deep run from 22 here. Like, that was not bad. 17 is legit. That basket got full quick. One thing you'll notice in the Paul video is he kind of aims the putter to go in the parts of the basket that are empty. I can't do that. This tower's gonna fall at some point. That's just a lazy. If I get one of those when it's close, I'm going to be devastated. that pull miss is just sneaking up on me. Like I feel like I'm getting in a good rhythm, and then I just have that pull, and I don't know what to do about it. It's like, that's what makes me a bad putter is I can be all over it, and then my miss isn't like a chain out. I'm just gonna miss the whole basket, and then I'm gonna 3-putt. It's like once I start missing a little bit, I just get further and further from the pole, and it's just like I can't reset. And it is just, I'm really struggling. I really want to get to 25 from this distance before I move up to 20 feet because I think I can do it. I'll tell you one thing for sure. After all these attempts and not firing a practice jump shot in longer and longer time, I'm never making that in a billion years. That's going to ruin the whole thing. Okay, I've been going at this for a little bit. Most of my good runs, obviously I had that really good one to 17, but most of my runs are stalling out around 8 to 10, my good runs. And I think that before fatigue sets in, I need to try and move up to this 20-foot mark. I really want to get it from 20 feet. I don't want to have to go to 15 because 15 is just going to look sad. 20 I think would still be pretty impressive. So we're going to move up to 20 feet. It's only 2 feet closer, but that can make a huge difference in your like what it looks like, and that can inspire confidence. That was my 18th. Okay, right away, as soon as I stepped up to that putt, I could notice a huge difference. It feels so much closer. I think that was my 18th right there. A lot more confidence from this distance. I should be able to do it from here, I think. I may have forgotten how to putt. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. The fatigue just gets, my arm is just dead by my 20th putt. Like, it's just a lot. And to think that I'll get to 25 and then make 25 more. I'm gonna end up at 5 feet from the basket. This is not good. I'm noticing a pattern, which is I keep missing with this putter. You may have noticed it already. It's because it's soft. I can't do the soft putters. We're going to replace this. Get that thing out of here. That could be what we need. All right, we need a little snack break because we got to assess things right now. I've been doing this now for over an hour, well over an hour. My longest streak has been 17. Reality is starting to show itself. Now, I was really confident in the 20-footers when I first moved up, but I'm not really sure why, because every Wednesday I do a putting league at Foundation, and I've yet to make 10 in a row during that league at any given point. So I'm not really sure why I thought I could make 50. Now, I will say, I'm not quite yet ready to admit defeat all the way to 15 feet. Moving up to 20, I felt confident, so I really just want to find the sweet spot, because I feel like eventually I'm going to get to a spot where it just kind of is my like floor, and I want that to be as far as possible. So I think we'll move to 18 feet next. And then I guess from that point, you know what, we'll go all the way to 17. We'll just play it 17 and a half. 17 and a half feet, right in between 15 and 20. 17 and a half feet. If we can't do it from there, then we're going to have to move up to 15. It is what it is. I'm going to regain some calories and get back at it. But we're going to get better attempts in this. We're going to do this. I don't care if I got to stand next to the basket and drop them in. Okay, now we moved up our spot to that 17 and a half feet. Hopefully we can at least get some like fun attempts and get a little closer to doing this challenge, because I don't want this all the time to go by and us not even make it past the halfway point. Have to miss the first putt every time just to make sure we're still, level-headed. I had a feeling I was going to miss that first jump shot. But it seems we may have found the distance that my putt works at, because that was a pretty easy 25. That was only my second or third attempt there. And if we hit this really quick, if I could make that jump shot, I might have got it right there. We might just try to move back another foot.
That was going to be the attempt right there. I felt like I couldn't miss. The basket got too full. I think I needed to start hyzer putting earlier to cut through the chains and get to the back sides of the basket, because if you don't get around the basket, then you're cooked later on. And I was hoping I wouldn't have to do that because that involves aiming, but I think I'm going to have to. It's time to face the facts. We're moving up to 15 feet. It's getting late. I got to get home. The competitive side of me wants to do it at the 17 and a half feet, but I think 15 will guarantee it. And I've got to get this done at some level. Maybe we'll reattack it someday from a further distance when we're a better putter. give up. At the end of the day, with 10 more putters or 12 more putters there, I just cannot aim the putts well enough. I can make them, but I'm just stuffing the front of the basket, and I'm not accurate enough to aim in the sides. We're gonna have to do this from 10 feet. I don't know where to put it. That was the Paul and Beth challenge. Okay, it's the next day. I'm in my basement, and I'm not a quitter. The challenge got the best of me last night. I let frustration take over, but I wanted to give this another chance. So I've set it up here in my basement. I've got a basket that I think might actually help me because it is a kind of a portable basket, but I think it's pretty deep. And also the chains are a little more spaced, so I think it'll let putters get to the back of the basket because the Chain Star Pro is too good. The discs were just stopping right in the front. I've also got a Little Tikes basket. That's going to be a problem because that shot is actually harder than a normal jump shot for me with our low ceiling down here. So we're going again from 15 feet. The next cut you see is going to be the success because I'm just going to go until I get it, and that's what you're going to see.
Do you think you could build me a raised bed? Turn this on.
Oh my gosh, I made it again. Everybody out of the way. Else, somebody grab the else. Here, hold her for just this. Brooks, watch out, watch out, watch out. Come on, lock in. I'm only gonna make so many of those. Oh my gosh! Come on now, Trevor. This is your time. Oh, I don't like how much pole is showing. Sit it. Love that. Roll nice and easy. Coast to memory. Oh gosh. Love that. Come on, Trevor. Come on. Sit. Yeah. Yeah. Get in there. So close. Come on. Oh no. Yes. Yes. 4 more makes. One more. Yes!
We did it!